Hey, hello, and welcome to the Half Brothers Broomball Week 5 recap.
I'm Jelly Legs Gilbreth.
I'm Bosco da Gama.
And welcome to Broomball Night in America.
Broomball, we're on it, and you should be too.
Well, Jelly Legs, just when we thought we'd seen it all after a fine showing from Monday's Nord Division in the Ornamental Iron Broomball Jersey Power Rankings, Wednesday's Gunderson Division has come storming back into the conversation in Week 5.
That's right, Bosco. We've seen a huge shift in the polls this week, highlighted by the unveiling of the brand new Miracle on Ice sweaters designed for Valandry Brewballs, bumping the Beer Spears uniforms up from 6th place in Week 4 to a tie for first with 87% of the precincts reporting. I spoke with Brewballer Brady Reitzman before the game, and the reigning Derflinger of the Year award winner said his squad was feeling, quote, halibut heavy and ready to go neck and neck with Red Pine's dazzling home and away jersey line until the bitter end. This week's Power Rankings are sponsored by Ornamental Iron, serving Broomball GF, the greater Grand Forks community, and beyond since 1977. Jelly Legs, over and out.
Jelly Legs, that sounds tremendous. In this episode, let's take a closer look at the teams and uniforms in Wednesday's Gunderson Division. While Gandalson ended the 2020 season on a high note, being named the de facto second to worst team in the league, much of that optimism has been lost in 2021. The bulk of the sports racers' offense in prior years has been provided by Cheat Code Hagen and Daly Andy Conlon. Neither athletes have suited up this season amidst contract disputes. While the team managed a few early performances worthy of admiration, including an impressive 15-11 loss to Valandry and the first recorded win in program history against GF's Cooler, Gandalson has been on the downslide as of late. This was most evident in their performance this week, where they suffered a brutal defeat at the hands of Cooler. On the team's horrendous play as of late, team captain Gustav Cannonfodder cited a number of other factors in his post-game press conference. Nichols is on the sidelines, he must be injured. Benjels is over there making the worst calls. Come on, Benjels, he had a second left and didn't even throw it in. Gandalson is proudly sponsored by the Benjels Burger Barn, such big supporters of their team and all the athletic sports. Whether you're passing through your series, being a Hall of Famer, or just reading the stats, come to the Benjels Burger Barn and you could be college level. We offer the finest setting to get your squad fueled for the Championship Series playoffs, and we collect all of it. Even if you're not at 480 yet, we hope you make it to the Travelers this year. Come on, Benjels Burger Barn, get loose. After a strong 6th place showing in 2020, GF's Cooler was poised to continue upward after serving as lead roadkill in 2019. Alas, things took a turn for the worse when team captain and repeat all-league selection Austin Food Network Mac accepted a modeling position in Western North Dakota, and renowned goalkeeper and 2020 Ludwig Hoff Award winner Colin C. Daddy Hansen decided to undergo trapezius enlargement surgery, requiring a year's worth of recovery and a missed 2021 season. It was a difficult decision, quipped C. Daddy, currently recuperating from his vacation home outside of New Rockford. But I know I'll come back in 2022 virtually unscoreable with traps so big I'll cover half the ice. When informed of the league's recent upgrade to the ginormous broomball nets expertly crafted by Ornamental Iron, Mr. Hansen released a swirling torrent of obscenities that, as far as we know, is still hanging in space somewhere over Lake Agassiz. Sans Mac and Hansen, GF's Cooler got off to an unsurprising rough start this season, but has recently strung together 2 consecutive convincing victories while utilizing a rotating goalie strategy. Will they continue to battle towards a respectable goal of league mediocrity? Will Paul McCullough's mother continue to supply the team with her absolutely incredible cookie bars? All these questions will be answered in the coming weeks. Make plans to attend. GF's Cooler is proudly sponsored by the Grand Forks Regional Economic Development Corporation. Grand Forks has things to do and people to see. Whether your jam is spending a quiet night indoors or painting the town and partying down, we are sure to deliver. Wine snobs and basement nightclub goers will both rejoice in our arts and culture scene. We've got Broadway performances, lush museum displays, and festivals of all kinds. The Greater Grand Forks area is filled with friendlier people, livelier events, and cooler amenities. Greater Grand Forks, way cooler than you think. Freelance Peterson, who flies under the flags of both Monday Nord Division's Ball Bearers squad as well as the Gunderson Division's Gandalson Sports Racers, donned this incredible garment in Week 2 of play. Endless Mike has become a fan and player favorite for his never-say-die attitude, cheery disposition, and unrelenting willingness to sacrifice his body. In addition to his heavy play, Mike has added increasing and impressive levels of skill to his repertoire this season. Be on the lookout for Mike, his uniform, and his shin pads to take over games this season. Endless Mike is proudly sponsored by the Sundog Sports Club. The Sundog Sports Club wants to create a fun and fair atmosphere in every event, for every event to be efficient and of the maximum quality. They organize social intramural sports in Grand Forks no one else is offering, such as winter and summer flag football. Sundog Sports Club. Get sports, get social. After taking the league by storm and mostly force in 2019, did Valandry get a little cocky throughout the 2020 season? Most assuredly. However, their devastating defeat at the hands of the mighty Brick Squad in the 2020 final proved to the heating and AC units that they can't get by on talent and offense alone. Since that fateful March 2020 day, the Beer Spheres have refocused all of their efforts towards bringing the title back to their warehouse on North 7th Street. A mid-season jersey change has sent shockwaves throughout the Broomball GF community, as their jaw-dropping new red, white, and blue beauties have thrust the team atop this week's Ornamental Iron Jersey Power Rankings. With their freshly adorned patriotic flair, has Valandry earned the moniker of America's team? Well, of course not, but boy Hamby, they sure look the part. The Brewballs are proudly sponsored by Valandry Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, which has been providing dependable, reliable, and guaranteed service to Grand Forks and the surrounding areas since 1935. Their goal is to provide superior quality heating, ventilation, air conditioning, plumbing services, and products to meet the needs and exceed the expectations of their customers. They provide customers comfort without compromise by offering industry-leading products and services at every appointment, all backed by their 100% satisfaction guarantee, the Valandry Advantage. And by golly, these fellas play a heck of a game of broomball too. The Valandry Advantage, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. With the bulk of its roster returning for the 2021 season, optimism abounds for the team formerly known as Discovery Channel. Rebranding itself as Red Pine and placing a primary emphasis on education, the distillery educators have set their goals as high as the Consolation Championships in the 2021 tourney. Currently tied for second in the Gunderson division, Red Pine has turned heads this season with their abundant use of an actual strategy, smack-away heavy defense, and illegal equipment more than twice the length of the allowed stick limit. However, nothing has caught the local Broomball faithful's eyes more than the downright breathtaking new sweaters the team displays each week. With home and away options, Red Pine has easily been the sharpest looking squad for most of the season. In fact, the great Jersey Arms race of 2021 has undoubtedly been inspired by the innovative mind of team captain Rhubarb Syme and his bold and brave attack on the possibilities of team aesthetics. To this, all of us here at Broomball GF are eternally thankful. Red Pine is proudly sponsored by Red Pine Distillery. At Red Pine, they walk the fine line between rough and refined. They believe one's craft must be honed through hard work, and if you value your trade, you'll never trade your values. They don't associate sophistication with snobbery. They're artisans, not aristocrats, and they strive to produce liqueurs you'll love no matter the color of your collar. Like their namesake, they're native to Minnesota. Red Pine Sugar Beet Vodka is distilled with raw sugar beets and sugar beet molasses produced in the Red River Valley. They've perfected their process to craft a top-shelf vodka that can please even the most refined palate. Red Pine started with vodka, but they believe in variety. Red Pine Distillery. Drink the beauty of distilled nature. Thank you again to Ornamental Iron for sponsoring this week's Broomball Jersey Power Rankings. Now here's a look at the Week 5 scores. In Monday's Nord Division, the Legion of Curved Brooms lift themselves to a 15-0 throttling over Dirty P in the Simple Sticks, while Brick Squad evens out the doubleheader with a 7-5 victory over Hub 69s. Veteran Prate maintains its mojo, giving the bottom-feeding ball bearers a free math lesson, proving that 25 is a much larger number than 3 to round out the evening. In the Gunderson division, GF's Cooler scores 18 shorthanded goals, marking the third straight Handelson for the Gandelson Sports Racers. And with Valandry's new sweaters at full strength, the league's top-ranked jersey designs square off in a game of equal parts nip and equal parts chip, ending in a 14-5 victory for the Brewballs over Red Pine. Well, that's our show. This week's episode was sponsored by Dagwoods, Taco John's on South Wash, Taco John's on 24th Ave, Taco John's Apple Grande, Taco John's Mexican Pizza, and the Wild Hog. If you think the first half of the season was heavy, suffice it to say the second half is looking to be even heavier. The league standings are too close to call, and this week's games will be crucial in determining seed placement for the non-pity tournament. Make plans to attend.
Broomball, we're on it, and you should be too.